What? Limbo got nerfed in Scarlet Spear? Isn't this more late game content? Screw it, we're talking about Essential Warframes for beginners. My name's Star. Welcome to the top 5 Essential Warframes for noobs. These Warframes will be what I recommend you to get first, and some other frames that can be like upgrades for them or replacements altogether. Of course, if you can get the Prime version of these, do that. I'll also be providing different builds that I use on a daily basis for these Warframes. We'll be starting at best early game frames. Woo! Spitting bars up in this Up at number 1, we have Inaros. He can be obtained by purchasing the Inaros Sands through Borrow. He's one of the better tanks that can be obtained in the early game, so you might have to wait a week or two for him, but the outcome is amazing. When built right, he can be an indestructible killing machine. Here's my current build for him. It's a little late game build, but he's built with the ultimate survivability mod, so no matter what you throw at him, he'll still keep trucking. If you don't have these mods, here's what I recommend. These builds all use augment mods that can change how a certain ability works. So with Inaros, I have Negation Swarm that protects Inaros from status effects. These will be used on most, if not all, of my builds in this video. But these mods can be obtained from syndicates that take a little while to farm up, but they can also be traded. So check out my trading video if you need any help on that. At number 2, we have Rhino. He can be obtained earlier than Inaros, but is weaker in every sense. You can get him by fighting the Jackal on Fossa Venus. Yes! Yes! He can give himself Iron Skin, which is what you should build for, and also become a damage supporter for yourself and your team. And unlike Inaros, he does have a prime counter that is currently in the vault when this video is coming out. But if you're looking for another tank without waiting too long, he is your go-to. Here's my build for a Rhino skin. It focuses on strength as nothing really else matters, and all that you need to do is keep your 2 on you at all times. Here's an alternate build if you don't have these mods. Ironclad and Iron Sharpnel allow me to increase Rhino's Iron Skin and recast Iron Skin when I need to. Tanks have many upgrades to choose from. You have Valkyr, who can become invincible for an amount of time, Wukong has 3 added lives, Hildryn, who can tank up the whole squad, etc., and the same goes for Inaros. Backing away from tanks are damage dealers. At number 3, we have Mesa. She can be obtained by Mutalist Allied V. Like Rhino, she also has a prime counter. She is currently not in the vault, so if you need a damage dealer for sorties, which I will cover on soon, this is your go-to. She is a squishy frame, meaning that she might not be able to take many hits, but use her 4th ability and she can kill anything at any level with aimbot hacks with the right build. So here's my current build for her. Just form of the aura slot to a dash polarity to use corrosive projection instead. Here's the regulator build for her pistols that I've been using. It's very useful for Scarlet Spear. Again, here are alternate builds for those that are earlier in the game. Mesa's Waltz is the augment mod that I use in this build. This allows Mesa to walk slowly with her 4th ability active. It's pretty useful. There's no upgrade over Mesa. She's really a really good damage dealing frame that can't really be separated from the game. So if you want, just use another damage dealing frame like Mirage or something. She also can be obtained early in the game, but she requires a storyline to be done. Next are defensive frames. At number 4, Frost, obtained by killing Lakrill and killing Captain Vor. Frost is good at defense. For new players, he can also be a half tank when modded correctly. He specializes in all things cold, but his main use is his snow globe ability. He can surround an area with a bubble of snow with health that is dependent on strength. So here's a build for him to focus on. The main focus, of course, is strength and nothing else. Alternative build augment here is Chilling Globe. That gives a higher chance to freeze enemies when they enter the bubble. An upgrade over this Warframe would be Limbo. But it does require a bit of learning for his abilities and to not annoy people with him. Now, our last frame is stealth-oriented. You can't have a Space Ninja game without Space Ninjas, right? So here is Ashe and Loki. These two have the same mechanics when it comes to stealth, but Ashe can do more damage and Loki can create clones and disarm enemies. They can both teleport though. Ashe can be obtained by Mannix on Grineer missions that aren't really worth farming, and you'll end up getting a lot of them as you play. Seriously, I have so many blueprints for him, I can make tons of credits. Loki is obtained by killing the Hyena pack on Neptune. It's a little bit easier to obtain, but both are eligible for the spot, and they both have primed versions that are sadly both in the vault. But there are lots of good alternatives to these frames, my favorite being Ivara, as you probably saw her on my Fortuna guide. Here are the builds for both of them, starting with Ashe. Both builds will be dealing with duration. The duration deals with the amount of time you can spend in invisible mode with both of them. Same with Loki's build right here. And alternate builds for both are coming up. So that was my top 5, more like top 10 essential Warframes for beginners. If you liked the video, please be sure to like, subscribe, ring that bell, and comment down below any questions you have on Warframe, and I'll get to you there. Anyways, thanks for watching. This has been Star, signing off, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.